Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Lineage Break, a Grand Archive TCG podcast. I am your host, Cam, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Steve.
How's it going, guys?
We are back. It's been 2 weeks. As always, we are happy to announce that today's episode is brought to you by Perfect Fit TCG for all of your Grand Archive needs. I know they currently only have First Ed singles up, but as of recording, they still have Alter sealed product up, which is super crazy because it is extremely hard to get everywhere. We're super sold out here at the store.
I'm actually super surprised that they still have sealed product.
I believe the prices come up just a little bit, but I think they're still below MSRP. And if you guys want 5% off your order, you can use the code LB5 at checkout, and you will get 5% off your order and a little kickback to us here at Lineage Break. Hey, Steve, how's it going?
Hey, Cam.
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
We took a week off, and we have good reasons, okay? So listen.
There's a lot of exciting things happening over here at Lineage Break, and I'm going to let Cam tell you about it.
Yeah, it's whatever. We can all talk about things. Now I feel pressure, right?
No, you need the pressure. I got to put the pressure on you.
Listen, all I'm saying is some people, and I'm not going to name any names, but some people
don't believe in us.
Yeah, they're talking some shit about us not putting out a podcast episode last week, but listen.
We're making moves.
We're making I would say money moves, but we don't actually make any money.
Yeah, there's no money involved.
We're making moves,
but
the moves are happening.
We're expanding.
So first of all, huge thing that we want to talk about. We want to give a real big thank you to Weebs of the Shore, the folks behind Grand Archive TCG, who have blessed us with exclusive spoilers for Fractured Crown. Just us. We feel so special, and thank you very much for including us in the Fractured Crown spoiler season. So our spoiler video, which we actually just shot, there's maybe some things kicking around that you will see in that spoiler video, is due to come out on June 2nd, Friday, June 2nd. And I think my plan is to have that go live at midnight. I'm just going to schedule it to go live midnight EST on June 2nd, as long as that's okay with the developers. I guess I'll have to double check. But so that's our plan. We have some spoilers, and they're super exciting. Other exciting news that we get to talk about, part of why we took last week off. We like to make excuses. We're not going to say because we didn't have anything that we wanted to talk about.
You're getting too much into it.
Right. We here at Lineage Break are expanding, growing as a conglomerate. We are super, super happy to say that two of our friends that play Grand Archive with us here at the store are going to be joining Lineage Break as content creators to help us make some more stuff. We're going to get them on the podcast. We're going to be doing some live gameplay stuff. They have some really cool like deck profiles and guides and stuff that they're working on alongside us. So we're super excited to welcome Mark and Trenton to our humble family here at Lineage Break. And we forced them to sit on camera and talk about themselves just a little bit because we can't fit them in our, the secret closet of Webway Games. It's a little bit tight here, especially for two more people. But we will throw it over to Mark and Trenton to introduce themselves.
Take it away, guys.
What's up, guys? My name's Mark, the local homeless guy on the corner that they picked up. I wasn't really into card games at all, but once they got me playing and recording, it was actually pretty good. So definitely here to stay.
Yeah, Grand Archive is a great game. You're the one who got me into it, actually. I remember when you brought over the cards and you were like, you got to try this. I was super excited. I was like, okay, cool, like a new card game. I was used to playing Magic for a long time. I've been playing Magic for 25 or more years.
Again, I'm sorry.
I'm pretty excited because it seems like it's going to be one of those card games that's going to stick around. It's got a lot of staying power because it has the same kind of mechanics and everything. And, I love brewing new decks with Magic, so it's always going to be fun to get into something at the ground floor.
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing to me is Magic's got, I don't know, the resource system in this game is way more interesting, right? Where your lands actually are going to mess up your future draws. What you memory is super important. You can really just lock yourself out of a game that you otherwise would have won.
Yeah, so. That's very true. Very true. That's something I've noticed too already. But yeah, so I'm really excited to get into the game, be part of the Lineage Break team, and see what the future holds for Grand Archive.
What's Lineage Break?
It's a great podcast with two wonderful guys.
4?
4 now, yeah.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
4.
So, back to the podcast at hand. We have some stuff to talk about because we got some food from our friendly neighborhood developers that put out a big article last week that we just missed, just barely. I tried to weasel my way in there and be like, hey, can you guys just like release this on Thursday night so I can talk about it on the podcast on Friday? Obviously, we're not that important, but gotta shoot your shot, right?
Right.
Didn't work out, so we didn't record an episode last week. But we do have a big article of Premiere Play to talk about, which is like, I don't know, maybe the thing that I'm like most excited about. Like, I'm a big competitive gamer, very excited for this stuff.
I'm kind of super pumped. I miss playing in tournaments and stuff, and like seeing this kind of stuff pop up, it's like exactly what I wanted.
And what I was so worried about for a long time while we've been shooting the show, and I'm sure I've mentioned it, is that Ascent Houston, which we've talked about ad nauseum, is post Fractured Crown, and so I was so convinced that like everybody who's taking this game like pretty competitively and seriously, Ascent Houston was going to be like the first big event. So it's like, why do we care about Dawn of Ashes as a format? We're all just like waiting, FTC waiting room or whatever, to play with the new cards and like practice for Ascent. But awesome news, they have announced their Premiere Play schedule, and that does include a lot of events pre-Fractured Crown. So like Dawn of Ashes as a format is actually going to get some legs, and we're going to have to find decks for that and practice.
Actually tune up decks and not just slam Fire Lorraine with a bunch of dudes in it.
Yeah, just like playing meme decks or whatever, just like doing whatever you want. Because like we've been running our locals here at Webway Games Fridays 6:45. I might actually push that to 6:30. Whatever, nobody cares.
No. I mean, everyone's already here like 90% of the time anyways, right?
Yeah, but we've been trying to like build the community, right? So like I've been playing some like weird meme shit lately. But now that we have store championships and regionals to worry about, it's time to nut up or shut up.
Yeah. Buckle up,
buckaroo. So the way that they have their Premiere Play scheduled is in 4 tiers of tournaments. This is a very similar to some other games like Flesh and Blood and like what He Who Shall Not Be Named used to do before they I don't know, made Transformers cards or whatever. So at the smallest level, at your local game store level, there's the store championships that are like supposed to be smaller events that you get every season. There's going to be these 4 events. They're going to happen every season, I think, or at least the first 2 are going to happen every season, I believe. Yeah. The like bigger ones are obviously yearly, I think. But so store championships are your like smaller local events. The winner of your store championship event gets not only a very cute Channel the Wind exclusive playmat, and again, like always, we'll leave the article down in the description so you can follow along with us. They get this sweet store championship playmat, and they also get an invitation to nationals, which we'll talk a little bit about later. And they're doing that in the super cool way of giving people nationals qualifier cards, like a physical card, like you're playing in fucking Duelist Kingdom.
I literally was just thinking, like, this is such Yu-Gi-Oh vibes.
Yeah,
like,
I love it. Yeah,
it's so funny. It's
I can't wait.
Here's your locator card.
Right.
Go to nationals.
All I'm saying, right, is like Yu-Gi-Oh really missed the boat on doing some sort of like, cursed Duelist Kingdom event,
100%.
Right? So listen,
Star chips or locator cards.
I know that the developers sometimes watch our show, and I'm telling you, if there's $1 million idea, it is for sure Star chips at Duelist Kingdom, which is obviously really hard to regulate, and there was a lot of cheating at Duelist Kingdom, and like Bandit Keith like threatened people with a gun and stuff, so like probably not great.
Flamethrowers.
Yeah.
Let's.
Anyways,
moving on.
So the winner of your store championship gets a Nationals qualifier card. The one that they've showed us is Orb of Glitter, I think is going to be hopefully ours. So it seems like there is a few different Nationals qualifier cards depending on your region. Oh. So there's one for North America, there's one for Europe, there's one for SEA, I think. There might be one for South America, I'm not sure. So the let's see. Yeah, it says North America, Southeast Asia, and Oceania. And if you're not in one of those areas, you get a wild card, and you can go to whichever one you want. So the art that we've seen is Orb of Glitter. It's very cute. And how these Nationals Invitational cards work is you get it. It's, a cool little card that says Nationals Invitation Qualifier. You can either keep it. It's not, like, locked to you, or you can, like, sell it if you're, a baller, or if you have, like, multiple or whatever. You take it to Nationals, and when you give it to the staff at Nationals, they take it, and they give you a CSR of that card in return. So, a fancy foil version or whatever, which I assume will be squiggled, which is super, super cool. I think that's awesome.
I really like the fact that it's a exchange, and they don't just give you the CSR like right away.
Right.
Like I really like that because I don't want to have to carry a CSR with me to an event and be like, here's my invitation.
Right.
Please don't scratch it.
Right. Yeah, I think it's cool on so many levels.
Yeah.
Where
I also it's super cool that it's transferable.
Yeah, that part I think is so
like,
cool.
Oh, hey, here's the dates for Nationals. I can't go.
Right.
Let me just sell this, make a quick buck, buy CSRs.
Or even there's like so many things, right? It's like exactly that. It's like you can't go, so you sell it, or you give it to a buddy or whatever, or you're like, you give it to a buddy who's going. You're like, here's your Nationals invitation. I want that, CSR.
Oh, yeah.
You get in. You give me the CSR.
Yeah.
But it also like people, not going to name any names that are going to be, like probably grinding these events in our local area. I know we'll be going to as many as we can.
Yeah.
You like get a real benefit if you win multiple events.
Right. It's not just you get your invite.
Right.
Done with it.
Because like a lot of games, like I want to like support the community, and I don't want to be that guy that like shows up to qualifier events just to dream crush people. At least here, where you are dream crushing people, but for a reason.
Right.
Right. You're not just doing it, because you like people suffering. You want your like cool event or event card, and again, you can like give it to them or whatever.
15 Orbo glitters.
Yeah. I'll see you there. So that's the store championships, which is going to be at like all of your LGSs. I think Silidar said in the Discord, like basically anybody who has like an active community, especially those that are involved on the Discord channel, are going to be able to run store championships. It's not going to be like you have to have 30-man locals or whatever. It's like if you're running a scene and you like care about the game, you'll get store championships.
Yeah, it seems like there's like a sign up period too. So if you're a brick and mortar, I think it's June 19th.
Yeah, they haven't gone up yet. It's like middle of June somewhere in there. Yeah,
and then they start in July, the end of July.
I believe so. Yeah. So they're coming up soon. Everybody get ready for your store champs. And then on the bigger side, at the local level, there are regionals, which I think are also going to be held at the LGS level, but they're going to be much larger and more sparse. Like I assume we'll only get like 1 or 2 per region. Like I'm hoping there's 1 or 2 like in New England.
Right.
And those are going to be bigger, like minimum 64 person events, I think is what it says. They may be 2-day events even, which is super crazy. And so not only does first place of those get their Nationals invitation, it says the top 8%, which is a weird way to put it. So it's not even necessarily the top 8. Yeah. It depends on size, which I think is cool.
Yeah, that's actually super cool.
Where like a lot of games just like,
cut it at top 8.
Right. Or like, again, who shall not be named.
Top 32.
Like, yeah, it's like top 2 slots of your regionals in Magic get you a Pro Tour invite, which is crazy when it's like a 100-person event. So it's cool that they're going to make it a percentage based on how many people show up.
Yeah.
And regionals do have an exclusive playmat just for showing up, which is so sick. It's the new Supporter Pack 1 Stillwater Patrol art.
Yeah.
It's so... Ooh.
Supporter Pack is so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I'm glad they're using all these arts elsewhere. They're just super, super cute.
I'm glad that I'm going to actually be able to see it, and because I don't know if I'm getting a Supporter Pack.
Well, surely. We're going to Ascent, right? Like, they'll have them there.
I hope.
They're like $30 a piece. Like,
okay.
You're going to buy one.
Ascent also sold out in 20 minutes.
Yeah, but like, that's true. Hey, by the way, we didn't even mention that. Ascent sold out in like 20 minutes. That's crazy.
Yeah. We were all thinking like, I wonder how big it's going to be. Apparently big.
Steve was out getting blasted. Had to make sure to get a ticket for him.
I literally didn't even know it was happening. I completely forgot. I went out with friends. It was my friend's birthday.
But thankfully, Lineage Break, not only Steve and I, but Mark and Trenton as well, will all be in attendance at Ascent
Thursday
Houston,
to Monday,
which is sick. We'll be there Thursday to Monday. We'll be shooting some content with some folks.
Feel free to come up and get autographs. We're friendly.
Feel free to come up and spit on us or whatever. Like, you know.
That's cursed. All right. Don't do that, please.
I lost my train of thought. So, regionals, top X% or whatever, get their invite. There's a cool exclusive playmat. There's also a regional finalist playmat that looks like it goes to Top Cut, whatever that is, depending on the size. And then there's an exclusive regional champion playmat as well. So lots of cool exclusive playmats. I think these are going to be like your sort of marquee events. And I think it's really cool to be doing that at the local level. That's something that not a whole lot of card games do. Obviously, a lot of them like get so big that that's not something you can do anymore. But the last game that I played that had this sort of like LGS ran regional stuff is Final Fantasy TCG that still does it, and I think that stuff is just super cool, especially to support local businesses. So hopefully it'll be one of our fantastic stores in the New England area. I'm afraid to tell you it is not us, but it may be somebody else. We have plenty of friends in the area that we hope get a slot. So that's super cool. There's also going to be like side events at those events too, which is really neat.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. And then moving on up. So those store championships and regionals are going to happen every season. So there'll be one for Dawn of Ashes. There'll be one for Fractured Crown. There'll be one for ALC, I think is the set code for set 3, et cetera, et cetera. Nationals is going to be a yearly event that we've already talked about. How you get invited is through these qualifiers like store champs, regionals, even Ascent. I think it's top 2 get a Nationals invite, something like that. I'm surprised it's not more for Ascent. Or like you can get top 8 at a regional, but like top 8 at Ascent doesn't get you a Nationals invite. Seems like kind of wild to me. I don't know. Maybe they'll change that.
Yeah.
But and then at some point, Nationals, you'll also be able to get an invite through the Omnidecks, which is their like app that they're working on that's not out yet. There'll be like leaderboards on there, and that'll get you an invite to Nationals as well. If you don't get the physical card, you can get a digital invite through Omnidecks. So that's super exciting. There's going to be 3 national events. There's one in North America, one in Southeast Asia, and one in Oceania, because those are our biggest regions. Shout out to the Australians, as always. And then it says each nationals is going to have a minimum $10,000 prize pool. So these are going to be like Ascent level events is what it seems like, which is great. That we'll have our Ascents that are all open entry. You'll have nationals that is, not so open entry. Maybe they'll run events to encourage people to show up to nationals that are not invited. I'm not sure.
Like last chance qualifiers or something. Maybe
last chance qualifiers, or like just have side events that make it worth it, or maybe even an Ascent. I think that might be a little bit ambitious to have an Ascent and nationals running at the same time.
Yeah,
but maybe at some point once we get a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
But hey, we're doing great, man. Like
I mean, hey, who would have thought Ascent would have sold out?
Ascent sold out. I know so many people that wanted to go. Products sold out everywhere. TCG sales are going crazy.
Right.
So it's
this game. Hey, guys, we're doing it.
We're doing it. Tell your friends. Spread the word. And then last but not least is the World Championship. Woo! Wild.
Every time I see a card game have a World Championship, I get nervous. Because usually people that run these card games overshoot for Worlds.
Sure.
I don't think Weebs of the Shore are one of those people.
I want to go, man.
I want to go to Worlds so bad.
So this is
I missed so many times in Force of Will to go to Worlds, just barely every time.
This is your chance. I believe in you.
I need this. I need it for at least one of these anime card games I play.
So yeah, this is a World Championship, not like most others. It sort of reminds me of Magic a super long time ago, where for Grand Archive Worlds, there's only 16 players that get invited. It is a super exclusive event. It's only going to be these like super top performers. I think I don't even know if it says here how you get Worlds invites. I assume it's like Ascent winners, or
I would assume
maybe like
top.
Maybe it's like top 4
nationals.
Nationals winners, stuff like that. Okay. It says right here. We're reading in real time. It says only by qualifying at national level events, players who reach Worlds are proven ready and capable of competing at the highest stage. So yeah, I guess maybe if it's 16 players and we're getting 3 nationals, it's
top 4.
Oh yeah, top 4.
That would
That would be 12.
12.
Maybe it's top 6. Nope.
Nope.
I don't know. Anyways,
That's weird.
some amount of nationals players. Maybe it's Ascent winners as well. Maybe it's
Yeah.
like top 4 of nationals, and then
Top-
if you win an Ascent, you get an invite or something.
Yeah.
So big deal. It's going to be a 16-person event. It's going to have a $50,000 prize pool, and in addition, the world champion will get a 1-of-1 prize card, which is so sick.
I love 1-of-1s.
I know, they're so cool. I just like, it's going to be worth more than the first place prize for sure. It's going to be like a
100%.
$30,000 card or something.
Yeah.
And the cool part about this is that they've also announced that since Worlds is such an exclusive event, they want it to be like this big celebratory yearly event. And there will be an Ascent with both a Silver and a Path of Steel at Worlds for those of us that will not be competing at the World stage because we suck. So super cool. We will 100% be there. Well, we will hopefully be there. I know that we're very needy and selfish, but please make it in North America. Do it for me. Sem will be there. If you're like, it's in Australia, man, Lime guys, I love you guys, but Jesus, those flights are too rich for my blood.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So,
Unless, things progress somewhere.
I don't know what that means.
We
sell
win
a
the
kidney,
lottery.
we win a lottery, we do some black market trading.
Right.
We open some CSRs, like we open a box and there's 24 CSRs in it.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like those all seem like totally reasonable, I think. So yeah, that is the word for Premier Play. It is super, super exciting. I cannot wait to go to store champs and regionals and start, going out and meeting the community. Because, like we've said a million times, like we're familiar with the people on the Discord, and of course we have our lovely local community who we love so much. But it'll be great to go out and travel a little bit and see some people in the local area.
Yeah.
Maybe we have to head all the way down to New York, and I know that like Vazarum plays down there.
Rub shoulders with the community.
Yeah, that one. Rubbing shoulders. Rubbing shoulders.
Okay, we're doing that. Okay. Also, it is mentioned in this article, yes, there is a judge program, and it is coming soon, and you get an exclusive playmat for that as well.
Yeah, I saw it's cute. It's Blitzmage.
It's Blitzmage, yeah, it's super cute. Art. But I figure it is worth it for those of you who might not actually want to play and want to be a rules lawyer.
And
and judges are very important in every card game.
Yeah, judges are so underappreciated in every card game I've ever played.
Yep.
So if that's something that you aspire to be a judge, please, we support you 100%. I think Silidar said a really cursed thing that
that one?
This guy, yeah, that guy.
The Lineage Break isn't.
Well, yeah, no,
that's cursed.
But it was like regionals will need judges, but the judge program won't exist yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're vetting people for that. So if you guys are like super entrenched in the game, hop on the Discord, reach out to them. I think that they're probably willing to take people that are just like really passionate and know their rules to be part of the ground floor for the judge program. Because again, judges are the backbone of the competitive play of any card game. So. Big respect, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
to
I know you love
all of our judges.
In any card game, and all my friends that have ever judged a card game, I know that you'd rather be playing.
Yeah, it's so tough, right?
And I've always wanted to be a judge, but I can't give up the play.
It's true. Yeah, like I'm too selfish, right? Like,
right.
And it's most, I would say like 90% of the time, the only people that judge are the people that are so passionate about this game. And you're right. It means that they would probably rather be playing, but hopefully, like, I think the judge incentives go a long way.
Yeah.
Because like if the judge incentives are sick, you can like maybe convince people to not play because
right.
they're getting these cool judge incentives. But
I mean, hey,
that map's really cute.
If you're judging, someone's got to judge Worlds.
That's true. That's a fair point. Yeah. See, and I'm not making it, so hit me up. All I'm saying is somebody's got to do commentary for Worlds. Anyways. So I think that's all about Premier Play. There's one other thing that we wanted to touch on real quick that just got announced this week, is that on Silidar's Twitter account, so go follow Silidar on Twitter. I think he's at Silidar on Twitter now.
I think so.
He's got an absolutely unhinged Twitter account, but I'm a big fan. He spoiled that we're getting a sealed kit for Fractured Crown, which is really cool because I think we personally haven't gotten a chance to draft yet, so take everything we say with a grain of salt. But I think Limited is really hard for this game, and I'm a really big fan of Limited, but I do think it is an uphill battle with how the game is designed. So I think it is possible that draft may not like make it as like a premier sort of, like competitive experience. Not saying it's not fun and not worth it, but so they're putting out this sealed kit, which is 4 packs of Fractured Crown, 4 packs of Dawn of Ashes, and then it says a 26 card like pre-seeded sealed pool. So that's sort of like how Pokemon does it, how they give you like a pack of like a baseline of starters, and then you open some packs and you add to your sort of like foundation of a deck, and so that seems like that's what GA is doing as well to make the limited experience a little bit more smooth. They're also putting out 2 exclusive cards, which I don't think we'll spend a whole lot of time talking about because they are limited exclusive. They're going to be banned in standard.
Yeah, but they're so awesome.
They're neat for sure.
Yeah.
They allow you to, without going fully into the text of them, they allow you to play multiple elements and also play multiple classes.
Yeah.
So it makes Limited a little bit easier where you can, splash some stuff, play a couple of colors. It also, I think, the one that allows you to play multiple colors brings your hand size down to 6.
Yep.
So there is a benefit to playing monocolor as well, which is cool. So those sealed kits are super neat. I know they're up with our distributors now, so I'm gonna make sure to order some, and we'll run some cool sealed events because sealed is a great way to get new people into the game. So I can't recommend it enough. If you are an LGS owner and you're looking to pick up Fractured Crown, please consider picking up some of these sealed kits to run sealed events for new players because they're just such a great entry point. Pre-release it was my first event in Magic. It was so many people's first event in Magic because sealed is just a great starting point. So that's super exciting. I think other than that, that's about it. We'll be back next week. So a reminder again, next Friday, June 2nd, our spoilers will be going live. And then, of course, we will be recording this show on June 2nd. So we'll be talking about our spoilers because they will be live past then. Also, of course, check out all of our lovely friends. We are not the only person with spoilers. You can go to the announcements tab on the Grand Archive Discord, and there's a whole list of people. I know that it's Maindeck, ourselves, Creative Shock, Red Zone Rogue, Shinja. I think Recollection has spoilers. I think Bestial Frenzies has the spoilers. So lots of cool people are going to be putting out spoilers this week, and we'll be getting them throughout the week.
Yeah.
So that's super exciting stuff. We cannot wait for FTC. We will hopefully be uploading a bunch more content now that we have some lovely boys to back us up.
Yep.
Some
live
making
plays,
some stuff.
some deck techs.
I think our plan is also to be streaming
Locals.
our locals as well. That'll be coming sooner rather than later, I think, but we'll make sure to update you guys when we know exactly what the deal is with that. I think our light has told us that it's time for us to go.
Wrap it up. As always, thank you to Perfect Fit TCG for sponsoring this episode. Have a good one, guys.
Thanks for watching.